Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today, starting with the Kansas City Royals versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 250. The Royals plus 210 with the over-under at 8. Royals coming into this matchup 28-71. The Yankees 51-47. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 5.70. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 2.78. Singer, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Cole, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 11 strikeouts. The Royals on a 3-game losing streak, losing to the Yankees yesterday 5-4. They are just 1-8 against the Yankees, 1-6 on the road against the Yankees here. Singer coming off 2 rough starts on the mound here. Cole coming off some good starts here. He's been pretty solid this season. And yeah, I'm going to roll with the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Miami Marlins. Marlins opening up as home favorites at minus 170. Colorado plus 155 with the over-under at 8.5. The Rockies coming into this matchup 38-59. The Marlins 53-46. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 6.26. Pitching for the Marlins is Johnny Cueto with an ERA of 9. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Cueto, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 4 runs, had 0 strikeouts. The Rockies coming off a Miami win yesterday, 6-1. Big underdog win for them. And the Marlins, they are on a 7-game losing streak right now. Been a rough struggle for Miami here. Colorado is 4-1 against Miami. I still think they're good underdogs today. Miami's just looked horrible, and I'll take Colorado plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Chicago Cubs. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Cubs plus 100 with the over-under at 9.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 44-54. The Cubs 46-51. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 4.14. Pitching for the Cubs is Michael Fulmer with an ERA of 4.43. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Fulmer, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Cardinals losing to the Cubs yesterday 3-4. They are 14-6 on the road against the Cubs, 8-3 against the Cubs here. It looks like Fulmer's getting his first start of the season here. That's what it looks like. Mikolas been pretty decent, only giving up 3 runs in his last 3 starts here. Yeah, we'll see how well Fulmer plays here, getting his first start. I kind of like the Cardinals here. I mean, could have won yesterday. They were on a big winning streak. They could have extended that streak yesterday. I still think I'm going to roll with the Cardinals on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Texas Rangers. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 125. The Rangers plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Dodgers coming into this matchup 56-40. The Rangers 58-40. Pitching for the Dodgers is Bobby Miller with an ERA of 4.25. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 2.82. Miller, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Dunning, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Dodgers beating the Rangers yesterday 11-5. It was a nice win for them. The Dodgers are 5-1 against the Rangers. 5-1 on the road against the Rangers here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Dunning's been very good on the mound this season. With the 8-2 record, been very good on the mound. I think Rangers are a good underdog today, and I'll take Rangers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 195. Baltimore plus 160 with the over-under at 7.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 59-38. The Rays 61-40. Pitching for Baltimore is Grayson Rodriguez with an ERA of 7.33. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 2.56. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. McClanahan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Baltimore losing to Tampa Bay 3-0 yesterday. Finally snapping Tampa Bay's losing streak they were on. I love McClanahan on the mound today. Rodriguez hasn't been that great in his last 2 starts here, and I'm going to roll with the Rays at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Seattle Mariners. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 140. Seattle plus 120 with the over-under at 7.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 54-44. Seattle 49-48. Pitching for Toronto is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 3.03. Pitching for the Mariners is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 3.65. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Toronto losing to Seattle yesterday 3-2. They are just 2-9 against Seattle. 0-5 on the road against Seattle here. You're looking at a pretty even pitching matchup, and I'm going to take Seattle plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Detroit Tigers. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 135. Detroit plus 120 with the over-under at 10. Padres coming into this matchup 47-51. The Tigers 44-53. Pitching for the Tigers is Matt Manning with an ERA of 3.37. I'm looking, it says pitching for the Padres is Jackson Wolf, which I believe he would be making his debut, if that is correct. So we'll see if he does end up getting, we'll see if he does end up starting here for the Padres. Padres beating Detroit yesterday 5-4. They are just 2-5 on the road against Detroit. 6-13 on the road. Haven't been the best on the road right now. And yeah, I still think Detroit's a good underdog today. They got the cover yesterday. Not in love with the Padres pitching today, and I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 on, or plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Washington Nationals. Giants opening up as road favorites at minus 185. Washington plus 165 with the over-under at 8.5. Giants coming into this matchup 54-44. Washington 39-58. Giants coming into this matchup 54-44. Washington 39-58. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.32. Pitching for Washington is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 3.59. Webb, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Giants on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Washington yesterday 5-3. Big underdog win for Washington yesterday. Webb been very good on the mound for the Giants here, and yeah, I think they bounce back today with Webb on the mound, and I'm gonna take the Giants on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at -115. The Mets +105 with the over-under at 9. Mets coming into this matchup 45-51. Boston 51-46. Pitching for the Mets is Max Scherzer with an ERA of 3.99. Pitching for Boston is James Paxton with an ERA of 3.51. Scherzer, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Paxton, his last start, he pitched 3 innings. Gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Mets coming off a White Sox loss. Boston coming off back-to-back Oakland losses here. I think the Mets are a good underdog today. Scherzer finally coming off a very good start on the mound, and I'll take the Mets +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Cleveland Guardians. Phillies opening up as road favorites at -120. Cleveland +105 with the over-under at 8. Phillies coming into this matchup 52-45. The Guardians 48-49. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 3.96. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe with an ERA of 3.32. Wheeler, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Beebe, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Phillies on a 3-game losing streak right now. Losing to Cleveland yesterday 6-5. 1-6 on the road against Cleveland here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Beebe's actually been better of the two as of late. And I think I'll take the Guardians +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Braves opening up as road favorites at -135. The Brewers +115 with the over-under at 9.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 54-44. The Braves 63-33. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 3.79. Pitching for the Braves, I'm looking at it. It looks like we're getting a new pitcher. It looks like we're getting Alan Winans. So could be getting his debut. We'll see if that actually holds up to be true. Hauser, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Braves beating the Brewers yesterday 6-4. They're on a 2-game winning streak. The Braves are 7-3 against the Brewers here. Hauser's been pretty solid on the mound for the Brewers, and not in love with the pitching for the Braves. We'll see we'll see how the pitching goes for Atlanta, but I still think the Brewers are a good underdog. I mean, they almost had the cover yesterday, and I think I'll take Milwaukee +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -140. The White Sox +120 with the over-under at 8. White Sox coming into this matchup 41-58. The Twins 51-48. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 4.18. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 3.08. Cease, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The White Sox losing to the Twins yesterday 9-4. Nice win for Minnesota. Minnesota is 5-2 at home against the White Sox. Pretty even pitching matchup. I still think I'm going to roll with the Twins at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Oakland Athletics. Houston opening up as road favorites at -200. Oakland +170 with the over-under at 8. Houston coming into this matchup 55-43. Oakland 27-73. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 4.39. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 5.48. Javier, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Blackburn, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Houston on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Oakland, 9-0 against Oakland right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with the Astros on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -180. Hit plus 145 with the over-under at 9.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 42-55. The Angels 50-48. Pitching for the Pirates is Ryan Baruki with an ERA of 4.63. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 4.42. Baruki, his last start. It looks like Baruki's making his first start of the season from what I could tell. Detmers, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels winning yesterday with Ohtani on the mound, which was good. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They're playing well. Pirates 2-8 in their last 10. They've really been struggling. Been a rough stretch for them. Not playing well on the road. And yeah, I'm going to take the Angels at home. In the last matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Cincinnati Reds. Currently looking up the line. This was the only game where the line wasn't really available. I'll check again here. Reds and Diamondbacks. Yeah, I don't see any lines right now. The only info I do see on this matchup is that pitching for the Reds is Brandon Williamson with an ERA of 4.96. Yeah, the Reds on a 3-game winning streak, beat Arizona 9-6 yesterday. Arizona kind of on a bad stretch right now. Figured they'd show up yesterday, but definitely couldn't. We'll see who ends up pitching for Arizona, but yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with the Reds. Williamson's been pretty decent on the mound for Cincinnati, and yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with the Reds at home. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.